This is a video to show you how to use Kamar to set up relief. You will need Kamar external on your dashboard of your computer. Someone calls in sick, ask them whether they are sick for themselves or if they are looking after somebody else. Also ask if they have access to Kamar and put their work in by 7:30 in the morning so you can print or email. On the dashboard, go to Teachers, Relief, and then find the person who is absent. Put their code in and select them. Hit Add Absence. Choose the correct collective agreement. If they are actually sick, we use Secondary Teachers Collective Agreement. I'll discuss school custom in a minute. Choose sick leave. If they are sick themselves, sick leave, and then add. Because we've got a full day of relief here and we're going to need to call a reliever. We're also going to need to cover a whānau. Go up to Schedule. Click the day that you want. It will default to the day that you're currently on, so you will need to click the day that you actually want the relief. And you can see in red we already have one reliever booked and we need another. To see who you've already booked, to make sure you don't ring them again, go up to Print Email Reliever Pack and we can see we have booked Lauren. This means we'll need to call a different reliever. I usually text the relievers if it's about 6:15 in the morning, but from 6:35 I will actually ring them rather than texting because they may be in the shower or somewhere else. Let's imagine we've texted someone and they've agreed to do the day. We're now going to allocate the relief. Click on the pink unallocated section. Deselect the person who is absent by clicking X here. It brings up the entire staff, including the relievers. If you want to, you can click on relievers and limit it, but I don't usually bother. Let's imagine that Jo has agreed to come in. Type in Jo and hit enter, and there she is. Select her name. Do not select this section and just assign her to slot 2. Next, because she's agreed to do a full day, go to this small arrow here and populate all of the day relief for the day for that staff member with her for cover. Let's imagine we've got this one class up here and we do want to cover it, even though it's a senior class, and we're going to use internal cover. We click on it, deselect the person who we entered earlier because they are now full. Have a look at the relief roster. And we know that it's an A week, B week, whatever it is, and we're looking for period 3. So it's a day 6, period 3. We're going to use Jess Robinson for that. Jess is highlighted in yellow because she's currently teaching in that period. It's her small class. So we need to click on this here to get everybody who's teaching in that section and then look for her. So she's teaching 13 drama, but she only has a tiny class, so we're allowed to use her for that period with warning. So we click on that, we allocate her there. She's now covering that class. If we were doing a straight relief, straight internal cover, same process. click on here, deselect the last person we used, leave it green, so these are all the people who are actually available. Alex is under allocation, so we are going to click on him, and you'll see it automatically says it will be unpaid internal cover because he is an internal staff member and assigned to slot 3. So he's now doing this relief. I'll just do that one more time, but this time I'll add myself just so that when I send the email, Alex doesn't get a weird relief cover. Click on here, find the person you want to use for cover. Oh, I'm obviously teaching then. If no one comes up, they're teaching. Click on period 3, allocate me, assign me, then you want to notify me. So click on here, print email reliever pack, click on this, go down to email, lesson plans and student lists, and then hit OK. It will then send me a relief notification, and I'll be able to see what I'm going to be teaching for that period. So let's assume it's doing that. Where it gets tricky is where you are looking for someone to cover and no one is under allocation. So if we go back to here, delete me out, and it's tempting, for example, to use Chanel for this. She's not under allocation, she's 0.8, so we can't technically use her. Colette is currently on allocation, we can't use her. Emma has a meeting that period, we can't use her. We can use Gab. So we can use Gab there, and we click on here and add her, and then notify her via email. For the internal relievers, when we're printing, we go to Print Email Reliever Pack, select the internal reliever, select Student Lists and Lesson Plans, and print and OK. That's pretty simple. Right, since John isn't unwell, I'm going to take the relief off him. And so if I want to remove relief, I have to click on each one of these little circles to take the relief off before I can delete the relief. It asks me if I'm sure. Yes, I'm sure. And wait for it. That's gone. So those are the basics. I often look ahead to the next day just in case to see if there's anything else I need to cover when I'm booking a reliever, particularly if a person says that they're going to be away for several days. I might try and book a reliever for more than one day at a time. So that's basically it. There's probably more that you have to ask, but if you want to, just ask me in person. Thanks.